I am Multi-Topic Talk. Welcome to this full spoiler review of the masterpiece named Batman. The movie I like so much. Now, I just did an hour and a half of recording for a review of this movie. And then I'm like, will people really watch an hour and a half review? I don't know. So I decided to do this new one. I keep the other one. If you want it, show some love, ask for it, and it will be out. Um, Outside of that, this one I will try my best to make it shorter, much shorter. So I will start off with this. I rewatched uh, all solo Batman movie in live action recently, the one I know at least. So 1989, Return, Forever, Batman Robin, the trilogy of Nolan, and that's it. And I also watched for the third time the Batman tonight. I will watch the movie a fourth time this week. I don't know when. We will see. And it's because I love the movie so much and I want to show a lot of support to whoever made this movie. Matt Reeves, I should say. They deserve my money. They did good work. Um, yeah. I also plan on making a video where I will be debunk. I will be doing some debunk. I will be speaking about common issues a lot of people had about the movie, and I will debunk some of them if I can, the best way I can. The movie is not perfect. I know it has some issues, but I feel like people don't fully understand the movie or they don't like that kind of movie. One of the two, or both. It's not the typical Batman movie. It's not action packed. It's a detective story about the Batman chasing after the Riddler, and it's a really good story about revenge. Uh, Batman at the start of the movie, he don't know if he has any impact on Gotham, and at the end of the movie, he realizes he has an impact, but a bad one. People of Gotham feels like he's revenge, and people should be revenge. So this is why at the end of the movie you see him saving people and you see him realizing, oh, I left a very bad impact on the city. And that's also why in the third act we had some action with the people. Because when they unmask one of the shooter in the third act, it's for us to know, look, they are revenge. Because in the one of the first few scenes the movie, the Batman calls himself Revenge when he speaks to criminals. And what I like the most about this movie is the fact that this Bruce Wayne doesn't exist. He is Batman 24/7. I like it so much. It's a very different take because all the other movies had some Bruce Wayne here. And some people don't like that, but hey, I don't want for I don't know how many times the same story. I want something special. I want this movie to be unique, and this is unique, and this is why I do think it's a masterpiece. Now, I do think The Dark Knight is an amazing movie. It's a masterpiece. It also had a lot of issues, and I think people forgot about these issues. Or I think people were not as critical before as they are right now. I think the Batman is better than the Dark Knight. As much as I like the Dark Knight is my second favorite live action Batman movie. It's a masterpiece. But I still feel like the Batman gives me the need to rewatch it again. The Dark Knight as well, it did this. But I don't know. I the music, the cinematography, the fight scene. The fight scene are the best we got since Affleck. Affleck did good stuff. I do think we have some really good material in the fight choreography. Um, is better than Affleck. I'm not quite sure. I do think Affleck was a tank, a powerhouse, and I do like the fact that the guy trained and is very muscular. Now, Robert Patterson is muscular, he's strong, but he is nowhere near Affleck. And this is a bit sad for someone that is 24/7 Batman. And right now, he is starting. And I do like the fact that right now we got some kind of origin story for the Batman without having it. Because in this movie, the Batman has been around for 2 years. He's been doing his Batman stuff for 2 years. So it's still very early in his war against crime. So yeah, this is cool. I like it. We also get Catwoman, a much better Catwoman in my own opinion. Uh, in Batman Return, she was the best part of Batman Return, but I don't really um, relate to this Catwoman, and I feel like she was cliche, like the awkward person, and the new one we got right now is very different. It's the more grounded one. It's realistic. I do believe some people would act like her in her shoes and in that kind of environment. The same goes for the Dark Knight. The Dark Knight Rises at somewhat of a decent Catwoman, but it's nowhere as good as Batman Return 1 or the one we just got. Catwoman is a good part of the Batman. And all three Alfred scenes were amazing. And I like the fact that this movie has a lot of show don't tell. Batman barely speak in this movie. Among all the actors, Robert Patterson had the less uh, dialogue to say, and this is part of his charm. I do like this a lot because he goes right to the point. He is focused. He is very focused. He's the most focused Batman we had. There's no Bruce Wayne. It's Batman, and that's it. And I like it because when he speaks, when he tells stuff, that stuff is important to the story, to the characters, and to what is going on. And we have a lot of funny scene, and the humor is not Marvel humor; it's good humor. Sometimes we have like a drive. Drive is USB drive or drive like a car, and when they are in the car, Bruce is searching for drive, and Gordon is like, "Are you serious?" And then they use the finger that was got from the mayor, and it's like, "Are you serious for real?" And the bar scene with Catwoman uh, doing some investigation to find out what happened to Annika, I liked it a lot. The fact that Bruce is spying on the people in the city, I like it a lot. The police don't like Batman in this movie. Jim Gordon is the only one on his side. He put his own career at risk because he knows the Batman is there to help. Also, like the fact that this Jim Gordon doesn't know who Batman is, and he's like, You trust me, but you don't tell me your identity. And this is funny because, in fact, Bruce do trust him. Bruce tell him the Riddler is after corrupt people. You are not corrupt. So this is telling a lot. This is a good movie with a lot of plot twists. Falcone being the father of Catwoman. Falcone being friend with Thomas Wayne. Falcone killing for Thomas Wayne. Moroni being there and maybe the reason why Thomas died was interesting. I liked it. Gotham is a character in itself. The first few scenes in the movie were among the best. It was magic. People are scared in the street of the Batman. But when it goes to the club, they think it's a joke. They don't believe that because the Batman is not always at the bar doing his stuff. It's probably the first time he goes at that bar. So people are not as connected as the people in the street because the people in the street know other people that got beaten down or they got themselves beaten down by Batman. That was great. It's a masterpiece because nothing is left to be there just to fill screen time. Everything is well placed and well done. Now, I say that, but I do think there's only one scene wrong, and I think it's the studio fault and not Matt Reeves. The Riddler and Joker scene in Arkham. They only wanted to set up sequel or Arkham show. I don't know. I don't care. I didn't like that scene. Uh, Now I do like Joker. I do like Riddler. I just feel like it was only using screen time for the sake of screen time. The rest of the movie may be long, but I do feel like everything is well placed and well done. I do think um, it's so important that even if they try to trim it, they they will have a hard time trimming it. Yes, if you trim, maybe you can cut 10 minutes, maybe 15, if I am being generous, because I do think most of the movie is important and good to watch. Batman doing detective stuff. I like it so much. I need more of that. The Riddler was great. It was great. The car chase, I was not a fan of that. It was well done, but the rain, it was hard to see. Even after watching 3 times, it's hard to follow. But the ending of the car chase, when the Batmobile goes out of the fire and jump on Penguin car and boom, car accident and Penguin car does many flips and then Penguin is like, "Oh, I'm done. The Batman is coming from me for me." I like it. I like it so much. Batman saving even criminal is good because this Batman do defend life. He he defend justice, the true justice. Even if he stands for revenge, he want to save people life because his trauma did affected him his entire life. Alfred may have 3 or 4 scenes in the movie, but Alfred was great. And it also shows us that this Batman has not conquered fear yet because he's scared to lose his people. He is scared to lose people close to him. And this is very human. And the fact that Batman and Catwoman both see the worst in people make them very human and very interesting and very flawed. This Catwoman is well done. I'm on board. She is the best Catwoman we had in live action. Sorry, Michelle Pfeiffer. I'm not on board with Magic Cats with 9 lives. Uh, anyway, um, yeah, this Batman is very dark, gritty, grounded. I liked it. It's a masterpiece. The action pieces in the movie are great. Fight choreography well done. Lightning, it gives you the feel and the atmosphere of the movie. It's rain. The rain around shows the darkness, I think, maybe. And that's funny because the only scene where Bruce Wayne make an appearance because he's someone very reclusive is only for the mission's sake. Because Batman is saying, look, some criminal like to assist to memorials of their victim. So it was out in the public only to maybe find the Riddler. That's very good. All the plot twists, Thomas Wayne being corrupt, Martha being crazy and maybe a murderer, it was amazing. And despite that, Alfred was saying they are good people. They just did mistakes. And some mistakes are really wrong. So I do believe it's 9.5 or 9.7 out of 10. And Heath Ledger will be always the best Joker ever, even with the Joker movie. And he's one of the best actors that portrayed a villain in a TV show like that. He's really a good actor with a great performance. But I still believe the Batman had something to offer, and the Riddler was amazing. The Riddler was not as good as Heath Ledger Joker, but the Riddler was still very good. And the rest of the movie, the entire movie, was amazing. Batman with prep time is great. I was about to upload the video and then I realized I forgot to mention another reason why I think this movie was a masterpiece. For once, the villain wins. The Riddler won. Well, he was wrong about the Batman being on his side, but he won because he flooded the city and probably killed a lot of people in the process. And he did murder a lot of corrupt people, so I do think the Riddler won. And now you will tell me, oh, but the Dark Knight, the Joker, he still turned one of the best to the dark side with Dent. True, but the city proved they were better than what the Joker said, and I do think the Dark Knight could have been much better if both boats would have killed each other and both would have been destroyed, basically. And now, what I like a lot in the Batman is the fact that he won. The Riddler won. The Batman is still early in his career. It's the second year, so he's not perfect. And because he was not able to figure out Riddler plan fast enough, the city was flooded. And this can be amazing for the sequel. I heard about No Man's Land, and my experience with it was the Gotham TV show season 5. It was rushed, but the idea I liked it a lot. So I cannot wait to see a live action about No Man's Land. Now, of course, 2012, The Dark Knight Rises had elements of it, but probably an hour of the movie was setting it up. So we did not really experience fully the No Man's Land storyline. In the Batman sequel, if they are smart, they will dedicate 2 hour and a half about No Man's Land, and this could be great. This could be action packed. Cannot wait. I have very high expectation for the Batman 2. So yeah, I will try to plug this just before I close this video. So, what were your thoughts in the movie? Are you excited about my video where I debunk issues people have? So, yeah, I do gaming videos, mainly Advance Wars. I also cover DC live action, like the Arrowverse. I covered Peacemaker, but I stopped covering it because nobody watched it. Anyway, um, yeah, I cover DC. I will review movie and TV shows. I will rewatch Gotham. Anyway, I hope guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. We will see each other in future video. Have a great day.